Welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and this is It's Frickin' Figures.
It is. How we doing tonight?
It looks like the chat's already jumping.
How quickly a week passes. You're not lying.
Yep, you're right, Woody.
Even Woody? Yeah.
Pops. Yeah, it seems to go by. Like, I even missed this past Friday, and I still feel like the Friday before that was just a couple of days ago. Cosmic G is what I'm gonna call it. Cosmic G. Sounds good, right?
All right. Lurking and listening.
Lurking and listening.
All right. So,
stretch.
So did you get anything in the box? Kick it off.
Yeah, I did. It was a surprise find, and I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I did because I wasn't sure when I would see it again. Much like the NECA TMNT movie Tatsu, I only saw him once, never saw him again. This I kind of got the same feeling from.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those gut things. Like it was a punch in the gut when I saw it. Like, oh man, why now?
What's up, Figure Fight Club?
Hey, what's up, Bobby? So my area is like pretty hit or miss when it comes to the new stuff for mass market. You know, it's either I'm swimming in it or I don't see it at all. And it's usually true to form when I'm at my brokest that I'm swimming in it. So I fuss about this company a lot. I know I do, but still, there's those gems that they just get right.
Yeah.
I can't pass them up. So I found this guy.
Oh.
So,
you did not.
Yeah.
Freaking A.
And he's the only one I found. So they didn't even have the Deadpool, the Disney costume Deadpool. So I still no luck on finding that. I'm sure eventually I'll probably come across it when people like snapping them up or whatever. So yeah, I got me a Wolverine finally.
That literally looks like the best Wolverine out there currently.
Yeah, I mean, for source material and you know the face, yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I did show off previously the other two that they came out with. You know, these are basically just re-releases with maybe some new paint deco or whatever. So I do like that's which there's Deadpool. I do have like the old Fox suit Deadpool re-release or whatever, but you know, I still kind of want to track down that that Disney suit because it's a brighter red on that one. Like this one's really dark.
Right, it is.
And I mean, there's you know a few different details, but so that's what I got. I was supposed to have something else pretty big come in today, but FredEx decided they were going to delay it by a day. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have it for next week.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy? Did you get anything or open anything you've been hoarding?
I opened something that I've been hoarding, and I'm actually surprised. It was right here.
Oh, it's Finnick. Yeah.
And
you were a little late on opening that one. I had to look to make sure mine's on the shelf covered in dust.
Right. And so I set these guys up, and
I know what you're doing.
With this and this, they all just let's see if I can get them in the same shot.
Yeah.
They are so like perfectly scaled, even though I still think he is too Black Chrysanthemum is too short. But man, seeing them, I posed them. I'll post it on Instagram. But man, I just set it up there, and I'm like, holy crap, that is awesome. As everything falls down.
Need to add your other Mando to it, and you got the dream team there.
I did. So that was one of the photos I took too. So yeah.
Yeah, Woody, I said Fred X on purpose.
I fussed with his cape, and I think I just about have it to where I like it.
There you go. Fix the blaster. There you go. He had that Rick Grimes thing going.
Right.
The Rick Grimes grip.
Yeah.
Like, you're not shooting that hand cannon like that. You're gonna break your wrist.
Yeah, so it just looks so good, and I was pleased, and of course I'm surrounded by these figures, and I catch a glimpse of Grand Moff Tarkin sitting over here, and he's just chilling, and it's like, yeah, that's a cool one. These are cool. I want to play with them. So I did that earlier today. I was messing around with him, fussing with his cape and whatnot. Because as good as this cape is, I still fuss with it right here. It just
over the shoulder,
bunches up, and I can't get it quite right. And then as soon as I do, I move it, and it's gone. So. But yeah, that's what I did.
It was good to open them up, get them out, tinker with them, play with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Cad Bane, this Cad Bane, this whole line of these figures from the Boba Fett line, Book of Boba Fett line, they are amazing.
I don't think I have that one.
I don't think you do either.
Yeah, like I've never seen him. Not once. So.
I think I saw that one and the Mando a couple months ago, and you're like, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm good with the one I got, and so I didn't. And they only had the one, so
yeah.
But and so here's the thing. I've been posting around on different places and different groups, and so I'm seeing someone, I forget who it was, but they posted an entire peg full of Tatsus. Jeez. And I'm like, what the, literally, like, help me, hook me up. There are people that want those. Well, and they're just like, peg warming.
Like that and the second shredder with the serrated.
Yeah.
I've never seen that one on shelf, like, period.
I saw
not Super Shredder, or the re-release of that one, just the regular, like, Shredder when he comes back, you know.
Yeah, and he sharpens his serrated blade and stuff. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I saw someone have that in the background of their pictures, and they had a bunch of, like, Black Series and stuff set up in front of it. So I messaged him like, hey, dude, is there any way you'd be willing to trade that? And he's just like, yeah, no. My wife got it for me a couple of Christmases ago. And it's like, geez, has it been that long? Because I still haven't.
I think so.
Outrageous.
I think so, man.
It's like, I still haven't seen those in my store at all. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
There's really only two more that I really want, and that's that Shredder and Tatsu. And Tatsu, I'm even like, I'll be fine if I never get him, but I'm not gonna, like, die inside.
I hear he's a really great figure. Like, I haven't opened mine.
Yeah.
I put him with the rest of my NECAs until I figure out my shelf situation.
Right.
What I want to do. So I mean, like, man, I saw that one time, and again, it was like, really now I find this, So, it was ramen for a few nights after that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we do what we got to do sometimes.
For sure.
Oh man.
But
Hey, what happened to our tags is missing? Like our ats. Where did all that go? I just noticed that's missing.
oh, I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. We'll work on
Banners,
that.
brand.
So I know you said you had some stuff that you want to show off tonight. You want to go like back and forth, 1-on-1, or you want to show yours and then let me turn me loose, or what you want to do?
So I was just really, the only thing I really have to say is the SGCC took place over the weekend, and the Singapore Comic Con, and whoo boy, Ramen Toy knocked it out of the park with their showings, their offerings for this time, and they had updates on the Musk, the turtle sewer. They had the van out, and the A-Team van, and they had the Ramen Racer, and they had the tank, and all this stuff. They had the the Brave Star guy. What's his name? The Marshal. That's what he called him. They call him the Marshal.
The Marshal, and then what was the other character? The horse.
90 or something. I forget his name. You would know better than me.
Well, I
30.
don't.
No, that's a droid.
Yeah, but no, I don't actually. I did see the pictures. I was never big into Brave Star, so it's like I'm aware of it,
right?
But I don't know it like those that love it do. So
yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to be one of the diehard fans, but
like I'm more interested definitely in the bread box vans, especially the A-Team version or the one that looks like it. The Punisher tricked it all out. That's cool. The Musk play set, man. Let me tell you what,
dude,
I'm tempted. I'm real tempted because I've still yet to do a pre-order for the Cake Turtles, but I'm gonna, and man, they would look so good in that. But you know what? I'm also of the mindset, because I'm a creative. Like, I look at that and I go, not knocking ramen, love you, but I almost feel like I could make that myself out of the foam insulation stuff and paint it. And but for those that are not creative and everything, that's perfect. And it's huge. The van, he put there was like a picture of it sitting inside just one of the like cubicles for the Musk set.
Right.
It was crazy.
It really does look insane. Man, I am so in love with it. I want to get the van for the rock band, the
the Pink Skulls
rock band guys that I still haven't opened yet, because it's like I want to pose them with that, but then I'm thinking like, oh, but that means I have to buy something else in order to open those. Do I want to do that, or do I want to sell those so that way I can afford the other things?
Man, I tell you what, there's some sweet deals I've been seeing online too. Like, people are posting up the Mezco turtles.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man, if I had the money. There's twice I've seen them come up for just about retail, where I'm like, oh God, if I had that, I would. So like, I'm your guy. It's like, I'm broke as hell though. I can't do it.
It hurts, but there's a few things that I still want to get, and I mean, but
we all have to have our grails. Something that's
so
just,
I have to zero in and plow ahead. So
for me, I guess it would be those I keep wanting to say Mondo because I got Mondo on the brain for tonight. It's not Mezco. So I guess those Mezco, the comic versions, would be my grail if I had to say I had a grail.
Yeah.
Um, as surprising as that may be to some, because usually, like maybe it was Mythic Legions or something, but no, it's not. And I don't even
Yeah.
have all the Mythic Legions that are out. Like there's some that I don't have,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. I'm not a completist. Although every
Right.
time they do show something off, it's like, ooh, new, shiny.
Yeah. Right. Pretty much. I
uh,
mean, dude, at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I want it all. But then it's like I have to be like reasonably, I cannot afford that.
I definitely don't have a warehouse to keep
Right.
all this stuff in. And as much as I say, I am going through stuff, looking behind me, it doesn't look like it because I haven't touched this, like my background. I haven't touched it. I'm going through like other stuff that you
Right.
don't even see.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely in
That's the
purge mode.
expendable pile.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny, I mean, that could be a whole topic of a future show. What do you, how do you decide what's expendable and what's not? Because what you think is irreplaceable today may not be that way tomorrow.
Mhm.
And there's some things that I've gotten rid of that I thought I would never part with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, is this gonna hurt if I get rid of that? And I gotta remember, no, there's new stuff coming. Something new's coming. I'll be okay. I haven't even touched this stuff in years. So maybe that'll be a future show. Maybe we'll pull in a member of the community out there in to help further that discussion.
Yeah.
So, but real quick, since I did kind of bring up the Horseman, let me and I always forget to do this, so I got to do it on the fly. Go to present, share screen. Bear with me for a second while I desperately look for the right tab here. All right. Nope, that ain't it. They are so out of order. So there was an update with the Horseman that they did on. There we go. Share. Dustin, if you'll pull that up for me. The 4-pack of
Mm.
skeletons. They said that the art for the box was coming, and boy, howdy, is that nice.
It certainly is.
So it looks like we're getting a window box situation here. That top of the picture here. Let me zoom in. If you look, you can see the kind of 3-dimensional where it kind of goes in, where it's inset. It's got that nice graveyard background with
Yeah.
the trees and all that stuff. So that's the front with the open window, and then here's a look at the back. So again, these
Mm.
figures, these skeletons were up for pre-order. I would say close to the end of October, I believe, through the approved retailers. And the Horseman, yeah, actually, and the Horseman, they were all the same price across the board, so the approved retailers didn't have to mark them up. I can say with confidence that Omega Level Toys did not get enough pre-orders to place an order for these, so they will not be getting these, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So if you still want these, you're gonna have to find other approved retailers that maybe picked up a few extras or whatever. I did not order this set, believe it or not. I did not put a pre-order in. Um, I know that there are these same skeleton bodies are coming in the Necronominus wave. I mean, it was $100 set right off the top. So,
All right.
uh, sure, they're nice. It's black and white kind of paint job going on with them, and they came with a few extra accessories. But I mean, this was something that, like again, I don't need it all. Do I need those 4-pack skeletons? No, not really. I I picked up some of the skeletons from their initial first surprise drop. So I have these.
Yeah.
Essentially, they're just a different color. But yeah, no, they released that, and then the second part to the update is production is ahead of schedule. So these are going from a projection of second quarter 2025 to first quarter 2025. So they're going to come out sooner than expected.
Wow.
A little surprise to that there. But yeah, pretty cool. That's one thing I do love. Uh, yeah, hobby. Wrestling figures. Yeah, I still need to hook you up with Travis. Give you his information for his whatnots and stuff because he sells a lot of. He goes around and buys collections and stuff, and a lot of that is sometimes it's wrestling. So maybe there's something that you're looking for or whatever, and catch one of his whatnot streams. Pick up something for a pretty decent deal, I'd say.
Yeah.
Usually, whenever he starts his auctions for the auction style thing for his lives, it starts out at $1. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you can't beat that.
Nope. Oh.
All right. So you did say, let me see, where do I want to go from here? SGCC happened, and I'm not sure that this next one was announced there. It just kind of flew in.
I see what you did there.
So this one here, this is this is Mondo. So it's a
Yep.
1/6 scale buzz off. They announced their next figure in their series of Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
I
Along
love
with this, people are getting the Lion-O in hand. Starting to get the Lion-O in hand.
Lion-O is shipping to those who pre-ordered them.
Yep.
Which it's funny that you mentioned that because before we started, I was looking at this buzz off and I'm like, that waist armor looks really familiar, and I thought it was a little bit of reuse with the Lion-O, but I went back and looked at Lion-O, and while it is a similar design, it's not the exact same armor pieces around his waist. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, you can tell like the same team must have designed elements of this and the Lion-O stuff, but you almost got me. I was going to come on and say, oh, they got a little bit of reuse here, but they don't. But yeah, just I love the Mondo designs, but man, I don't have any of them. They're too big for me.
I mean, it's one thing if it's like a major piece in your collection, but to collect them all, I mean, I'm not Avi over here, so I don't have the kind of room or space or cash money coming in. You know what I mean?
It's
that looks so good.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I tell you what, next year is going to be the year of Buzz Off, I think, because this is the second figure.
This is the it's not an official Buzz Off gear, but someone made this as like a add-on for the original Buzz Off, and they made it into like this honeycomb style shield. Nice. And so I thought that was really cool, so I had to buy it.
Yeah, that's really cool. When did you pick that up and from whom?
I do not know. And this was several years ago. Long time ago.
Sorry, can't give you a proper shout out, but still, that's a cool piece.
Yeah, no, it was from someone on Etsy who just had them printed out, and
Ben Sullivan. Yes, this is Motu. This is from Mondo Toys.
Yep.
They just announced, and I think the pre-order for this starts tomorrow, on the 10th, and it's going to be for like 10 days or something. It's going to be open until the 20th of December, I think. I think I read that right. But yeah, this is a 1/6 scale, so he's a bit bigger than 6 inches. You know, he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, tiny bit.
But
Smidgen.
man, do they look cool.
Yeah, they do. And I honestly, I just want a buzz off like this in a 1/6 or
So,
roughly.
so where I was going before you showed off that lovely print from Etsy was the Horsemen are doing a an homage figure to Buzz Off in was it a Cosmic line? I think it was.
Yeah.
So that was the first one that kind of it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a cool little nod to Buzz Off or whatever, and then Mondo comes out with, oh yeah, hold my beer, here's our Buzz Off.
uh,
Let's see, I got a couple more images here.
Battling buzz off.
Yeah, nah, that's I love the details on this. It's very bug like.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a smooth body, there's a lot of
Yep.
sculpted detail in it. Let's see, and here's more of a classic kind of that old school head.
The head.
And I think the hands too. Yeah, the hands are more like that claw kind of
they are.
type. Because if you let me zoom in on the hands there for this classic look. So you've got just like the little claws there for the classic one that you can use to pair with that head. And then I'm going to go back to the previous image. If you look at this one's hand holding the staff, it's got more of like the 3-finger digit kind of hands.
Yeah.
So that's
Interesting.
cool. And then, his loadout that he comes with really shows it. Let me swap to that. So you've got the claw type hands down there at the bottom by his feet, and then the other sets of hands he's got it's got the 3-finger thing going on.
Yeah. And they even have like a 2000X look up in the top heads. That it was more 2000X heads.
They've definitely been throwing in those 2000X nods in their recent releases. I first noticed it with cats, with the Battle Cat and Panther. Sorry, I almost called them other names. With like some of the armor designs and stuff like that with them. Like they were throwing in, little nods to the original stuff. And then you've got the 2000X kind of, reimagined design. And then you've got, some of their own original designs tossed in.
Right.
Sprinkling of extra flavor.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, no, but really cool. So if you go to Mondo, it's mondoshop.com, and see right here they've got like a coming soon. Be the first to know. You can sign up with email or whatever. Am I sharing that right? Did I swap out? Yeah, I swapped over. Okay, just making sure. So if you go there, sign up for the email if you're not already signed up with Mondo, if this is your jam. If not, this is their main site. You go to mondoshop.com and you come over here to click on the drop down for collectibles, and it's under 1/6 scale figures. You go through there and they'll have all of their goodness that they have to offer. Everything that's up for pre-order now. It looks like they brought back some of their older stuff that's been sold out. Lino's back up for pre-order. You've got Tila there. You've got Venom, the Spider-Man, and Cyclops. Those were older pre-orders. And then you've got some of the in-stock stuff. Well, they still have Skeletor available. So if this is your jam, like I said, go on over, grab them while you can.
I kind of want to order Lion-O, but at the same time, I don't really care for the Snarf on crack.
The Snarf on crack. Does he come with Snarf?
He comes with Snarf, and he looks like a Jack Black version of if he was voiced by Jack Black.
I'm not seeing Snarf.
Oh, he's in there.
Maybe the original release came with it.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in this one. Let me go to the. Let me find the original pre-order for him. I gotta see this. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So okay. So it
This
looks like
thing,
the re-release. Looks like the re-release doesn't come with all of the other stuff.
yeah, and for good
So
reason. The snarf,
that's
especially
interesting. Yeah. So let me.
nightmare fuel.
All right.
Just look at the snarf.
Oh my God, I totally see it. That's Jack Black, which ain't a bad thing. I think he'd make a pretty good snarf. What are you trying to say, Dustin?
Possibly, but I
Come on, can't you just hear Jack Black going snarf snarf?
know I could hear him do snarf, but at the same time, I don't really want that. I'd rather it be like, I don't know.
Oh, that is great. Oh,
He
we need
seriously
help.
looks like the Dave Chappelle crack dude who's scratching his neck like, you
No,
got
he
any
doesn't
more
look
of that?
that bad.
He really does.
Come on. No, he doesn't.
He needs some smoothed out fur. I mean, it's brutal.
Oh my God. I love it. That is
But
too
so I'm tempted to order that, but I need to stay focused. Like I
How
said,
did see? I've never ordered from them, so I don't know how their pre-order goes.
me
Like,
either.
does it require like do you have to pay in full, or is it like a down payment situation? That's the kind of stuff that I don't know because I don't buy this sort of stuff. So,
Right.
um, yeah, I don't know. That's 225 smackaroos
Mm-hmm.
for a scale I don't collect.
Right.
Mm.
And so I mean, it's more than my Super 7 order that I have from several months ago. So, and that was for 4 or 5 figures, something like that.
Pardon me. I had
But
a wet whistle. Drinking the water like the Amazing says.
yep, that's I'm gonna need to get another one here soon.
All right, I'm gonna move on. So that's Mondo.
Yep.
The next thing I want to bring up is this badass. Whoops. Slip of the finger. So,
Likely story.
if you're into Conan, man, this is a beaut.
It certainly is.
So this one's the second Conan figure to get announced. The first one is going to be done under the Frazetta Girls, and this one's kind of its own side thing, but similar. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that there's a whole rights thing going on, so yeah, multiple people own rights to different versions of Conan and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is a separate team from the Frazetta Girl team doing this.
Huh.
And this, of course, these are some prototype images. Let's see. I've got the close up here. They say that although some of the articulation cuts you can kind of see, this is still a prototype. So any fears of if it's going to be stiff or whatever, they say it's going to move a lot better than what it may appear to, just judging from these prototype images.
Right.
So
And
take
what
that
scale is this, did you say?
This is going to be like a 7-inch scale, I think.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be in scale with like some of those other, like the Frazetta Girl figures that have come out. So I expect it to be a similar kind of height, I think.
Okay.
It looks a lot like it would fit in that series of figures that they've put out, but I mean, time will tell. I would say to go to Conan.com because that's kind of where I was directed to, but I had to do some searching Because if you just type in Conan.com, it will not bring you to the page for this figure. You kind of you'll have to search around on the site, I guess, or do like me and just type out the whole address, which is Conan.com. Wait, is it / or backslash for the web addresses? It's, I don't know, whichever one that is. The slash FIG dash waitlist / hashtag waitlist. I know it's complicated or whatever, but I didn't have time to prepare a link. I'm sorry. But yeah, no. So that'll take you to this landing page here, which will give you a little bit more information on like accessories it's going to be included with, the art that it's based on, who's the sculptor, who's the project manager for it, that sort of stuff. So really cool information. And down here at the bottom, here's where you can sign up to get a notification on when this is going to be up for pre-order. So they ask for your name and your email address. So if that's your thing, here you go. Let's see. It says coming 2025. Be one of the first to get your hands on the Conan the Barbarian action figure exclusively from Conan.com. Pre-orders will be received. No, wait. Pre-orders will also receive the full Savage weapon set included with your purchase. So, with that being said, I want to jump back over to, let's see, yes, it's this image here. So with this one, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It might be a little bit blurry. So right here, this text says, one deluxe figure, multiple looks, or 3 individual figures, retailer exclusives. So that to me tells me that they're probably going to partner with a few of the more popular online retailers, maybe, to offer this figure with maybe a unique accessory only with whatever retailer that they go with.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's, oops. Where'd my image go? There we go. You'd think I'd have a handle on this Zoom thing by now, right? It won't get any bigger for some reason. Like I clicked on something again and messed it all up. I don't know. Okay. But that's that.
That Savage weapons kit looks insane.
Yeah, it does. Pretty cool.
I dig it.
See. Next, I want to move on to what have I done to my, there we go. I must have clicked on something on the side there. All right. All right, so wait, I'm getting all kinds of weird pop-ups. Forgive me. Your browser lost connection to your screen share audio.
Okay. Because the video started playing.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even, that's some stupid ad thing. Ignore that. Okay. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. I figured out my sizing issue, so I think I've got it figured out. Give me just a moment. There's something else weird on the screen. Zoom, dang it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm ready again. There we go. Naughty or nice. Does it again, man. Fresh Monkey Fiction. We showed off some of the teasers last week.
Yeah.
And Dustin, you hit the nail on the head with those centaurs, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't see it. I just didn't see it when I looked at the teasers. I was distracted by that furry belly. Like, well, how did they get a picture shot of my stomach?
Why does Santa have a happy trail? Nope, that's a centaur.
So yeah, centaurs, sleighs, and snot-nosed kids. So um I'm just gonna dive right into it here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to Big Bad Toy Store, who these are exclusively through, by the way, and they are up for pre-order. So you've got the kids here. Let's see. I'm gonna click on Snowflake here because he was the one that had the teaser where we saw the foot.
Yeah.
And you're not just stuck with, you know, boy or girl or whatever, because they all come with all the heads. You got one where they're happy and one where they're crying because they're upset. They were naughty little kids or whatever. I'm interested in what Chase Mystery Gift Included means.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's something new that they're doing. But then the scale caught my attention. So, right here in the center, we've got the Santa, and then on either side of him, we've got the those smaller, like 3 3/4 inch scale 5 POA figures that they've released before in the past, which I'll be honest kept me from really being attracted to them because of the
Yeah.
limited articulation. So I didn't buy any of them. But then these kids are the same scale and they've upped the articulation.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be curious to know if they'll kind of backpedal a little bit and do some elves with some of the similar articulation what these kids are going to have.
Yeah. That'll be
That's what
interesting.
I'm curious about. Because let me go back to this. You can see he's got like a diaphragm cut, elbow, single jointed elbow, single jointed knee. You got the articulation joint at the ankle, which is going to be, it's going to be a pivot, but there'll be a rocker in there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
They are a little bit more now. They come out, about $30 for just the one versus one of the because I think let me scroll to find one of the elves maybe. Pretty sure the elves are a little bit cheaper. Yeah, so that like him, this one here, that's $19.99. That's $20. So yeah, so I guess with the added articulation, you can expect a price jump, which it's not terrible. I don't think.
No.
Let me scroll back up here. So of course we've got the zombie Santa, which I think is pretty cool. Not just because it's a zombie. So he's a pirate zombie. And he comes with the additional parts to where if you don't want him to be a zombie, you can have your pirate Santa.
Just a pirate. Yep.
So if you missed the first pirate Santa, here's your second chance. Here's your redemption arc. You don't have to regret missing pirate Santa. That's cool. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are.
I love it.
I think the smashed gift is hilarious. That's because the other ones before it have all been like solid, perfect looking gift boxes.
Yeah.
But no,
Here's
but
your present, kid.
They have a multitude of those kids. Oh, where's my control? Here we go. I don't want to gloss over the kids too much. You've got the typical, pigtail kind of snot-nosed spoiled brats. And they each come with, different colored hair or what have you. Then the sleigh. I was surprised by this, to be honest with you. I mean, I kind of saw it coming, but I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. I wasn't sure how they were going to pull it off. So the sleigh is kind of like your play set piece, I guess we could call it. Of course, you would need to get some of the reindeer because they show, a silhouette of the reindeer being connected to it. But it looks like you can hook multiple of the reindeer up to it. So you've got your 8 not so tiny reindeer with your not so tiny sleigh with your preferred Santa figure from Fresh Monkey Fiction that you can put out on the mantle every year. There you go.
It's a dream come true for action figure fans,
I mean,
enthusiasts.
if Santa's your thing, yeah, sure, go for it. For me, no, I'm not even really that interested in the reindeer, to be honest with you. They're cool, you know. I'm just not that into Christmas. I mean, with that being said, I do think some of the Santa figures are kind of cool. You know,
Right, no,
they're
definitely.
different. I do have my classic Santa, you know, and I do have my original pirate Santa figure.
Mm-hmm.
So who doesn't? I mean, you know, if you do Christmas, who doesn't want a Santa figure? You
Yeah.
know, um, but yeah, no, it's cool. You know, $70. It's cool. Not for me, but it's cool.
Heck yeah.
And then here's a Krampus centaur. Krampatar. There we go. Holy crap! They even called it a different. Okay, a Krampatar. That's insane. I
Like I
wonder if these share the same body as the reindeer, or if
yeah, I
these are a
don't
little
know.
bit bigger. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it probably does. They're probably big enough to where they could put a figure top on it. You know, uh, it looks like this one comes with a new Krampus head, though. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen the bald one with the big ram horns before, so
Yeah.
I think that's a new head. And then, oh,
Oh,
yep, there's another kid. I missed this. I missed this one. I didn't see this one before. That's pretty cool. With the candy cane striped pajamas.
that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, the green cookies. Oh no! I don't know if I'd eat them cookies. Okay, and then we have,
Uh,
you know, a different. Let's see, Santa Tar. Let me get it right. Santa Tar. I love that helmeted head.
yeah, it
That's
definitely looks sweet.
badass. And I like how they so centaurs are typically in mythology seen as using weapons like bow and arrow or the trident. So the Krampatar came with the trident. If you
Mm-hmm.
you know if you didn't catch that, and then the Santatar here comes with bows and arrows. So I like that. I like how they kind of paid attention to mythology with other you know that's cool. Fresh Monkey, you did all right there.
Good on you guys.
What's that?
I said, good on you guys.
So okay, wait. Abby, who makes these? The Santa figures?
No, he
Sorry,
was
I didn't.
talking about
I wasn't.
the Frazetta
Or the Conan.
Conan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's uh, yeah. No, sorry, Conan. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with these comments when you're sharing screen and you're. I'm sorry. Where's my window again? Yeah, it's so the Frazetta stuff is kind of it's split in ownership. Like the Frazettas own some of it, and then other people own some of it. So like Conan's not exclusively Frazetta, but that Conan is actually based off of another artist's work. Um, the Santatar, yeah. It's crazy looking. I mean, I did not expect that. Like, I knew the sleigh was coming. I never saw Santatar coming, or Krampatar for that matter. Let's see. Did they have? Okay, no, I think that was it for series 4, or what do they call them? Season 4.
Yeah.
Season 3 still hasn't come out yet. Still up for pre-order if you want to grab some of those. We don't want to go too far into those. We covered those last week, but they're still up on Big Bad Toy Store, as well as previous seasons are in stock. That Goblin Gremlin thing. What is it? Gremlin King. That looks so
Yeah.
cool. I love that one. And then the Barbarian Santa.
Yeah, that one's insane.
That one's deluxe. That's why it's a little bit. It costs a little bit more. But yeah, no, really cool. These are some of the. No, that's still season 2. That's season 2. They got some of the elves there. Oh, that Nutcracker's on sale. Zombie
That
Nutcracker. Nucker.
Sorry.
Sorry. And then it looks like the original Zombie Santa is still there.
Huh.
So I do not have that one. Believe it or not. I probably should have that one. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
But no, I see a lot of people when they talk about Fresh Monkey Fiction and the Naughty or Nice stuff, they only kind of bring up, images that they find on social media or whatever. I'm going to scroll back up to the top here. And then they're always directed to Big Bad Toy Store because this is where you can buy them. What some people, I think, miss is Fresh Monkey Fiction actually does have their own website. And even though these are up for pre-order, these are not guaranteed, okay? So I want to bring these two guys up. These are done now under subline The Bizarre World of Naughty or Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pumpkin and Patch Pumpkin. These were offered last year as a pre-order, and they did not meet their minimum required number of pre-orders to get produced. So they put them on the back burner for a year, and they brought them back at the end of this year,
right
around Halloween, for pre-order to get made. So typically, now remember what I said. Last year they didn't get enough. Think of it as kind of backers, okay? So I want to direct you to the Fresh Monkey Fiction website here. So it's freshmonkeyfiction.com, and that's just kind of the landing page that you come up on. If you scroll down, you come across where it says the Naughty or Nice collection. Click on Find Out More. That will bring you to kind of some of the images that we've already shared, the stuff that's already, up that's on Big Bad Toy Store. But let's see where. There we go. Here we go. Keep scrolling down. Event details. So I want to read this to you here. Let me zoom in on it. You'll notice there's a counter. And it says, and this is on the Fresh Monkey Fiction website now, not Big Bad Toy Store. In order to create our next wave of figures, we are hosting a special Naughty or Nice 2024 collection pre-order event starting in December 2024. To collect the minimum amount of pre-orders, we would need to start working on creating this next wave of Christmas-themed action figures. This special event will run for until February 15th, 2025. Once the event is over, all unlocked figures will remain open for pre-order until late spring. I think that might actually mean should be 2025, not 2024. So be sure to get your pre-order in as soon as possible. Okay, now with that being said, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see the counter. So for the Zombie Pirate Santa, they need to have a unit of 500 pre-orders for this one to get made. If it does not reach at least 500 pre-orders, they will not make this one.
Right.
Not to say that it won't come out later. It just will not be in that initial release It'll be pushed back to possibly a later season, like the pumpkin, the two pumpkin guys.
Yeah.
They may decide to release them on their own eventually. This happened last year, as a matter of fact, with their Naughty or Nice collection. Same information. They needed a minimum number of units for pre-orders, or they didn't get made.
Hmm.
Not all of the figures that could have been in season 3 made it. So the sleigh, they need 1,000 pre-orders before they'll consider making the sleigh. It's not locked in. So
Right.
just because you see it on Big Bad for pre-order does not necessarily guarantee that it is going to get made. Every pre-order counts. You better
For
believe
real.
it. So if you want it, you better help spread the word. Hey, we need to get this sleigh made. The reindeers are coming. Santa needs his sleigh. It's the same with every single one. The centaurs, 2,000. So it's probably 1,000 each. But if one leans more the other direction, as long as that number is met, pretty sure both of them will get made.
Yeah.
The children. So that kind of falls under just a blanket. So because really, I mean, if you look at it, they're just different paint jobs, you know.
Yeah.
They're all kind of grouped together. They need 3,000 pre-orders for the children made. And this does update regularly. So if you come back to it, you know, this line here, this green line that you see, it will change depending on,
Yeah.
you know, pre-order situation.
Hmm.
So just because they're up for pre-order, don't count on that they will get made. You have to put in the work. You have to get your pre-order in. So these are available exclusively through Big Bad Toy Store. They don't charge you up front. So put your pre-order in. Tell your friends to put pre-orders in. Get those numbers up so this stuff gets made if
Those are
this is
rookie
what you want.
numbers.
Yeah,
Got to
I
pump
mean,
those numbers up.
hey, the sleigh is a little over halfway already.
Yeah.
And the window is open until February 15th, 2025. So there's time, but much like with all the different type of themed things, this is holiday themed. People are
Yeah.
going to be more into it during the holiday season. Interest
Right.
might slack off in January or February. So I would start helping spread the word about this. Tell them to come to freshmonkeyfiction.com if they want to see where the standing is for these pre-orders, because they don't show you this at Big Bad Toy Store. Like, you're not
Yeah.
going to find these scales here. This is where you need to come to find what's the status. I hope that one gets made. Out of all of it, that's the one I'm pulling for. He's like the least pre-ordered. I think they'd frown on if I put in like 475 pre-orders for the same figure. That might get flagged. No way.
Oh,
But
man, I
yeah,
tell you what.
that's they make some good stuff. I tell you what, you know, and people that are getting the Operation Monster Force, I think they're coming around like, hey, this company's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
They know their stuff. You know, they make a quality product.
Yep.
I can definitely say, because I've got some of the Santas in hand, and I've got a figure from the Operation Monster Force in hand now. They're pretty solid figures. They're not cheap. They're not going to wobble whenever you open them up, like
Mm-hmm.
some of the mass-produced stuff. I'm looking at you, Hasbro.
Yeah.
But that's
Ah.
all I've got this week, man. Um, I've had my nose to the ground working. Um, so if there's other stuff that came out, I'm sorry. I just didn't see it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have anything else either. Let me just double check. I got to figure out where my
But yeah, no, I mean, the same thing I said last week goes out to the audience, whether you're watching this live or if you catch the replay. If there is something that you want us to cover, if there's something that you see that you think that maybe we might not know about or whatever, you want us to talk about it. Maybe there's somebody that you want us to interview. Drop us a line. Reach out to Dustin or myself. We don't have our ats at the bottom of the screen tonight, but you can find me on Instagram at zombie13.customs. That's the number 13. Don't spell it out. And then of course,
at Masters of the Thunder Nerds, all smushed together.
No spaces, no funny characters.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. Hop back over here to the studio. But yeah, that's kind of it for me tonight. Dustin, you got anything to add for other shows coming up?
Yeah, I mean, let me see. We have our usual show on Friday. Oh, I don't have it loaded in here. Well, it's we have a show on Friday. They are in YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you go to live, you'll see the upcoming live schedule we have in there. So this Friday we're reviewing Carry On and Die Hard. Die Hard is on Tubi, if you don't already own it. And Carry On is on Netflix. And Carry On will be on Netflix, but on the 13th. So, yeah, from midnight till when we go live to do it. So
if you work from home, there you go. Put it on, then come back and see us Friday evening to talk about them, whether they're good or bad.
Yeah, and then next Monday we'll be back here at 10:30, and we'll be rounding out the Monday talking about toys and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I'll be you know it, man. Team Naughty.
Oh boy. Well, with that, I know we have, let's see, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, so we're talking about well, I'll just play the outro because you'll see all of the shows that we have coming up. So
yeah, and there's a lot out there. If you're not following the Madness Network, there's something you're missing, because there's something for everybody.
Right.
All the time.
Absolutely. But yeah, until next week, Thunder Nerds ho.
Tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens